God, I'm fucking fat. I know it.
Yeah, I know. Look at this right here. This is a weekend at McDonald's right there. I get me like 18 McChickens and sit there and eat them all.
And then I tell my wife she better wait her turns.
All right, Kendra, you fucking well get it on.
Shoot, boy.
Hey, Kendra, how about Chinese food? You read my stomach.
I can end this thing.
I win. All right, tubes. So we're fixing a bit of a cooling issue. Cooling is right. It's too cool.
I'm sick, and otherwise I wouldn't be doing this. I'd be at home right now.
Yeah. So we bought a Cummins thermostat. It's 180 degree.
$39.
Yeah, it's not that bad. I give them a hard time. So I had the same problem where even, the radiator on mine's still pretty big. This one's a little bit bigger, but even with that, this should still be able to warm up because the thermostat's job is to block coolant flow to the radiator. And if this is going to be open all the time, all that cold coolant's going to come through here and just stay cool, and it's never going to warm up properly. So what we're going to do is we're going to replace this thermostat. So Adam's going to remove the belt. We got to take the belt off, pull the alternator. And before we get too far, we're going to drain the coolant. A little bit anyways. There you go. And we got to tighten up your bolts there, buddy.
Wait, what?
So, where's the drain cock on this thing? If I can get down to it. I don't think I can get down to it. Oh my god. I was able to do this the last time by hand. I might need to get my vice grips. No, I gotta open the garage door again. So the drain cock is being a bitch, so I'm not going to worry about that. What I'm actually going to do is this is already pretty low, so I think if I'm going to get the alternator moved out of the way. Get this belt out of here because we already have enough squeaking belts around here.
Well, that's baked on.
Just don't.
Not even. That
There.
is like, look, the clamp is like, I don't want it.
All right, let me. This is for precision operation because we don't want to spill. We want a controlled spillage.
Let's watch Jimmy muff this up. I'm just kidding. It is really on there.
Well, at least we know it won't leak. And then it's like nothing. You're like, Quite literally. You were pretty low.
What?
You were low. We don't have a lower bracket for the alternator because reasons. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to undo these two brackets. We got the caps on the alternator. We want to make sure we don't have any sparkies. It would be better to disconnect the batteries and stuff.
I can't remember. I thought we had a tab on there at one time.
We did, but we took it off because we went to the Super Duty alternator.
Oh, that's...
Pulley.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. None of it fit after that.
So a longer belt would be best. Where's the 10 millimeter?
Right now, this is disabled.
Yeah, we have the Vacuum pump's disabled because the brake booster is giving us issues.
Unfortunately.
Not like anybody mentioned that would happen.
Oh, did somebody mention that?
Yeah, it's like, I would just get all new because you don't know the condition of it. Like, well, apparently it was brand new, but then again, it's been sitting.
Yeah, the setting totally did all that in that it actually worked better with the old stuff.
Yeah, so we're going to get new. Later, when another money tree gets cut down, we'll probably convert all our trucks to Hydro Boost. That would be ideal because then you're like, I don't need to have vacuum anymore. You just need to have power steering.
I just did it for the high back and that's it. We also found we had a leak here at the cab, which we fixed probably, but still. This whole thing's a mess.
And there's 3 10mm bolts that hold this on. I'm actually going to toss one back in so I can keep this from falling.
You don't want to catch an alternator that's plugged in.
I didn't like where that was going. I couldn't get the wrench on there safely, so I'm putting a socket thing. I got a wrench. She's a bit rust tighted in there. There, now I can put this at an angle and not strip it out.
Catch the alternator.
I got a bolt in there.
I'm gonna have to get the bolt out.
It's okay. You know what? It probably has never been off.
I know, I can see. I don't think it has, but no paint.
I mean, it's to the point where it was like, yeah, rusted. I have anti-seize in my tub.
I don't always go to my alternator, but when we do.
So I don't feel like losing these bolts.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to another episode of that. I forgot what we went to the hardware store for last.
I don't even remember anymore, and I probably don't want to remember. So now...
Oh, yes, I do. It was for the steering wheel lock nut.
Oh, yeah. That's what that was. Well, we got an extra. So we got 3 10mm. Yeah, these have never been off. And you try and turn it with a wrench, it won't ratchet, but you try and do it by hand, it won't. So, we got our catch bin under here. We might get a little...
Right in the alternator, just like I thought.
Yeah. It's okay. The good thing is most of the coolant's going into the container, so that's good. So yeah, that radiator hose has been kinked like that pretty good. So I'm gonna keep track of, yeah. So first of all, this may have been opened up, the air pockets, the air holes here need to be up.
Oh, they're not in the right spot?
So let's pop this out. God, where's all this coolant coming from? I just dumped it all out. Jeez.
Why Jimmy bathing himself in coolant?
Why is this not?
There's your answer. We need you to beat the fuck out of it.
Okay, so looks like it was a Cummins thermostat, so that's good. You didn't have that goofy one that I had. 4mm USA. So this is the original Cummins thermostat. 180. And we got a new one. Oh, and we don't want to forget here. I'll hop out of the way a little bit there. So we got this we get a new O-ring with our dudes here. That plate I'm gonna leave on there.
Looks like it's resting inside the head.
Yeah, mine was like that.
Somebody put something in there when it's supposed to.
Or they just, well, remember these are fleet engines, so they just run them until Bob Saget. It's also our limiting strap for the engine.
Well, it's not limiting anything now that both motor routes are broken.
We're gonna replace both motor mounts, and then the band-aid to keep them from breaking is we're gonna do limit straps on both sides. So they'll have a little bit of slack. As soon as it starts to stretch the motor mount, then it's gonna tighten up. So I got a wire brush here. I'm just gonna clean this up. This thing does need a new radiator, in case anybody hasn't noticed. Wow, that's just think the 6.9. This is what I like about these. There's no paper gaskets. I hate that paper. Remember the 351 trying to get that gasket in there? Mm-hmm. And it would still leak.
Yeah, we have all kinds of fun with them.
So I'm just cleaning the goo, whatever this is, off of here.
God, I'm fucking fat. I know it.
Yeah, I know. Look at this right here. This is a weekend at McDonald's right there. I get me like 18 McChickens and sit there and eat them all.
And then I tell my wife she better wait her turns.
All right, Kendra, you fucking well get it now.
Oh, shoot, boy.
Hey, Kendra, how about Chinese food? You read my stomach. So I need this guy. So this is our new gasket. So this end goes to thermostat.
In case you can't read.
This end is gonna, chooch. So what we'll do is we'll put. I probably should clean. Let me clean that bracket off real quick. I'm gonna go to Harbor Freight sometime and get a bunch of those rags. So make sure you don't get anything on your pulleys, because then you're gonna have the pulley flu. So I'll do something like that. Gonna be a bit of a balancing act. So this end toward the thermostat. Just kind of sit that in. I'll let it float around right there. So in the thermostat, the rusty side goes towards that. So hang on, so it came out. How did they have this? I look how discolored this thing is. It's so old.
Yeah, that's 2 years ago.
I'm just gonna put it in the way it was installed. So I haven't done my thermostat in like 2 years by now, so I don't remember how I put it in there. So I'm gonna put it back in the way it came out. And it actually fits.
There's a hole in the housing too.
Yeah, I'm just gonna lightly tap this. I'm not gonna go heave-ho. Yeah. This is what happens when you don't service your coolant system. Because the coolant breaks down and you get all that. It just starts rusting. Or like radiator leak, you just keep putting water in it, Dale. Like, no, keep putting coolant in it.
What do you mean? It's the dead of winter. Isn't that good?
If it still won't fit, I'm going to go get a piece of sandpaper and just clear that off. Because I don't want to be hammering this in there.
You don't want to.
It should just go in there, because that's how mine went in. It just kind of sat in there.
Fits a little bit better. It's
a little cockeyed. Okay, so there's some crusties in here. I just want to get these out because it's making it look like I don't know how to put a thermostat into a housing. So
meanwhile, 7 hours later.
Yeah. Well, we had to buy a new housing because it just wouldn't fit. Yeah, this has definitely never been serviced, so there's all this scaly crap in here that's stopped me from getting that sit flat. You want it to sit flat, because if it don't, it's just gonna be an asshole about it. It's like, why should it sit flat? Cause it was like that in the factory. I would have just put an LS in it. Like, oh god, here we go. You should have kept it forward, but then one guy's like, nah, you should have put a cat in it, and that's the guy that said you should have kept it forward. So, what in the Sam Hill?
Why is that okay and this is?
Well, I did have to hammer the other one out, so it was probably required some force to get this. Now it goes in.
Yeah, it was just a bunch of nasty, crusty housing.
Well, here's what I'm gonna do.
If we had an option for new of everything, we probably would. But I bet half of everything's been discontinued.
Yeah, that fit in there better. With these little dingleberries pointing to the top and bottom, it seemed like it fit better. And there, now it sits flat. I'm just using the screwdriver to lightly put it in the rest of the way.
Yeah, meanwhile, you want to hammer the fuck out of it, then you're done.
So I'm just leaving some pecker tracks on it.
Giggity.
So there, it holds itself in. Okay, so now we can stop farting around with this and actually get the thing put back together. Just keep your dick beaters back over there. No, I'm kidding.
Whoa. Just getting fancy worded on me. I don't know if I can handle this. Meanwhile, this screw face.
Hang on.
You're like, I'm an independent woman and I don't need you. You're like, whoa. Can I get your help? You're like, but you're confusing, woman.
I wish I could find somebody who would take care of me. And you're like, what do you think I've been doing? Like, we're just friends. What kind of horseshit is that? Alright, Adam's gonna die already.
The ultimate friend zone. God, you're really a nice friend. You're like, I fucking hate you. You walk away.
Yeah.
They're like, what does this have to do with cars?
Okay, it's good conversation. So I'm just gonna, while he's gacking, I'm gonna get them all started. Just get. Fuck.
That's that 70 pack of cigarettes I smoke a day, you know. I just gotta have 20 more.
All right, Beetlejuice. No.
I'm gonna go smoke. You're like, you just had a cigarette. No, I need 5 more. I got double fisting.
Strap there. I didn't put it back on. I wanted to.
Well, it's been kind of loose since both of the motor mounts are broken. You know what I mean, buddy? You're like, it hasn't been doing anything actually. I don't think.
Well, no, it was snug. It's keeping your engine from being transversely mounted.
It's keeping it from doing this.
All right, we're gonna go 200 foot-pounds. I'm just kidding. Don't actually do that. No RTV. No, you don't. No RTV. Clean.
Dude, read the fuck out of it. And you're like, I don't understand why it's leaking.
So that's Cummins tight. Okay. So now
Now we're gonna drain the water out of our alternator. I mean the coolant.
It's not.
Let's watch the fireworks.
So those 2 bolts and then the one up there that he's working on getting tight are what hold the upper alternator bracket on. And I just want to check. Yeah, there's no real side-to-side movement on it. I'm just worried about alignment, but as long as it hangs like flat up against here, we're good.
Like that.
Yeah, so I'll bolt that back in. Our belt pretty much just comes up like that. It's pretty simple on this engine. It's not like
what is that extra pulley on there for?
Oh, that's for an AC thing. Which, by the way, the people who make the mounts that we're not sure will work on this sell AC brackets. Oh no.
What is that?
That's not coolant. That's not coolant.
Alright,
Well,
sweet.
we can thank our cousin. This is a brand new jug.
Oh, wow. I swear to God, that was like perfectly fine coolant.
Oh, it is a hot mess. and then you're in the way.
Well, I had to move over here so I could stuff. I didn't stuff enough today, you know.
All in all, that wasn't too bad replacing that. So if I use up this whole jug, we'll just add water from here because this is good stuff. Yeah, this radiator leaks a little bit.
You know, I haven't messed with it in a long time.
I'm surprised it's not taking any coolant from the jug over there. The jug's useless. The
know.
jug is full.
Shit! There's probably no vacuum. There's probably no pressure, enough pressure to pull it out. I don't know.
Probably. Well, it was in our favor because we didn't make too much of a mess. All right, so I'm gonna just fill this up with water the rest of the way and just top her off, and then we'll start it up and check the level from there. Yeah, I think it's safe to add water at this point because there's so much antifreeze in here that I think with the 6.9 we took out like 10 gallons of coolant.
Something along those lines.
And once we start it up, it'll suck that up.
We still have yet to fix that towel.
The what?
Paper towel.
Oh yeah, there's a paper towel keeping the thing from.
It's worked beautifully, actually. And that.
Whoa! Oh yeah, your batteries are corroding. Look at that. Oh, look at that. You got some barnacles growing.
Yeah,
We're having a science experiment in here today, children. We're halfway on our way to getting a parts truck just to fix that.
Oh, we need another parts truck.
With power windows and lock. Because we can take everything and just swap it over. Well, why would you?
Ow! There. Good enough for me, and yeah, there you go. To keep that from rocking around the Christmas tree. Have a happy holiday. So the other camera battery is dead, but I got the GoPro, so we're gonna GoPro this thing. Yeah, I know the garage has turned into a mess because I haven't been out here and we just stabbing stuff. It's always technically a mess.
Welcome to Johnson's tornado.
Yeah. So he's having some weird gauge shenanigans with his current cluster, so we're gonna just swap out the extendables, or swap in the extendables cluster. Wow, the battery's halfway on this thing too. What's going on with all the batteries? They're like just dead.
Can you replace the batteries in that thing?
Oh no, I had to buy a whole new GoPro. Then again, I did drive around all around town with this thing, so.
Yeah, we got some issues going on here.
It's like his oil pressure gauge is just like, yeah, whatever, I don't care. And the engine's like not knocking or anything. It runs fine. We need to actually get a oil pressure gauge, but for right now we need the idiot gauge to work at least. And we know that this gauge works. And he's also having some issues with the turn signal thing.
Yeah, the side's all funny and reasons, and I don't even know why.
Yeah. Oh, let me get you the cross point screwdriver. Well, shit. I gotta go in my toolbox. Here, you can have that back.
Yeah, mine. I don't know where my toolbox.
Out your ass. No. Now I'm holding the camera all weird. Yeah, with a proper thermostat, you should get real nice and toasty in here, just for you.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
It'll be so toasty, it'll burn off all this water. No. Yeah, I think all that's from that. The cowling has a little spot. I think we're gonna take the trim off again and clean up that spot real good. And well, you know, James has this really nice Miller welder. He can weld that metal up.
That would work.
Maybe we could take it over there and be like, "Hey, James, buddy, Apparently it's starting to snow up there already, so.
What?
Yeah.
It's snowing?
That's what he said. It's starting to snow, and eventually they're just going to be snowed in. And so.
Snow day!
So, yeah, we're going to have to replace the U-joints on the front.
I hate taking the knobs off this stupid thing. God, I hate taking the knobs off of this.
Because they never come off for him. They just.
No. It's just that one. It's just that one that just fucking hates me to death.
And it requires the pick, and the pick's in the box. It's in the garage, so I have to open the garage again. Adam's pulling out the cluster. He's pulling out. Oh, right. Yeah.
This one has some issues with this.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, the cluster we're putting in is from an 85, and this is an 86, and the other one still works better than this one.
And it has a 90s steering wheel. Really 90s steering wheel. Isn't that lovely? It's all just. I mean, that does come off there. You gotta just. You gotta go like this. There. Yep.
It's still like, fuck you. I'm not doing it.
And then they painted this at one point, so now the paint's flaking off because you're pulling that out. Okay, so you gotta squeeze the connector, push up, I think, or pull down on it.
I can't remember.
Wait, let me see. Oh, I think it's like that. You push up on that, and that eventually comes out. Get out of there! And you squeeze the two dicky-doo tabs.
Really? I want to know what the fuck that was all about.
I don't know.
I don't always teach rules, but when I do, I say something stupid. Yes, I have a cock. Thank you. I'm glad you noticed.
Yeah, look at that printed circuit. It's all flopping around.
Now it's stuck on that side.
Oh. Asshole, get out of there.
All right,
So if anybody wants a cluster with a tack, I gotta take all the bulbs out. Didn't you buy new bulbs for this? You know, it's too bad we don't have the LEDs. That'd be cool. That one can stay, I think. I don't know what that's for. There's no check engine lights.
They're painted orange. Okay, there's one I wanted that was this one.
Is it the park brake? And then we have the. It's like finding out that the clusters with tack had issues with the oil pressure sensor. You're like, why? So we're swapping the speedometer from the old cluster to the other old cluster. That way, because he's also swapping the face plates and stuff, so that we still have the diesel fuel only and not so cracked plate thing. So
Front basic, yeah, that's what it's all fucked up.
yeah, that's all.
That would drive me crazy.
It's all nasty. So we're just swapping that over, and then we'll this cluster here won't be using anymore. And it's got the tack on it, the diesel tack. So if anybody's interested in it,
It's for sale. All right, so this is our gas cluster that's been converted to diesel.
yeah, without the tack, which we're not really. I mean,
It wasn't hooked up. It wasn't doing anything. It wasn't serving any purpose. So I mean, it's
yeah. The only thing it would do is pick up the frequency from the alternator and kind of work, but it was like, no. And then we swapped the speedo over, so he has his original speedo that's original to the truck, and then he's got his old glass thing in, and then we're just going to. Well, that's not glass, that's plastic. I know. So now his turn signal still doesn't work, so it might just be a wiring thing.
This is stupid.
Well, we're making our own wiring harness. You know, actually, I think painless wiring makes a universal wiring kit we could make work in this. I guess maybe next year we'll tear into this. I mean, I'm not doing a solid axle swap anymore. That's done. So I may help out and
the wiring.
get some gauges.
Shenanigans.
I'm gonna get a wire rack, and we're just gonna. You're probably gonna trace the good wires that are in here for like the the key stuff, and we'll just make
remember my ignition's all funny too. So
Oh,
I think I
God.
need to replace the switch. Is one of the
Oh
things.
God, you know what? Let's
Start with the little things, and then work our way down.
It's just got complicated. I think what we should work on is like, I don't know, this big leak.
Yeah.
I think we need to get a welder in there and weld up that little rust spot. Get the rust cut out, or grind it down so there's no rust, and then weld it up. So we're gonna wrap up here. He's got to go do stuff, and then I gotta put the tools away, and I'll edit up this video, I guess. Yep. So that's enough of that crap. Well, I'll see you guys later. Oh, we'll report in later on the cooling thing, because that's kind of a thing. So, thanks for watching, and catch
See you
you
next
next
time.
Yeah. What he said.
Check.